By the way, I need to find out later on where he'll be tonight so that we can party all. And remember our childhood, like when we were Masharia's age, which was a long time ago.
You know, meals invented before inventing. Yeah?
Right, you're the guys who, when you're told to scroll down to your year,
Yeah, by the way,
your airtime gets finished.
yeah, the bundles are messed up. Then they say we cannot go beyond this. I'm like, what? And the owner of one of the best clubs, again, I say, who died the other day, and God rest his soul, I hope he goes to heaven. He helped Kenyan young men become men.
No, it's time for us to talk sport, Roy. It's time for us to focus on sports.
The playground, all the sports, fun and games, and the hondo in between.
Yes, this is the playground where we have fun and games, and my name is Carol Radu.
My name is the great Roy Karuhize. I'm starting a generation in 2025. It's called Generation Roy, since everyone has a gen something.
Yes.
And your generation food can talk now.
Javier Masharia.
Yeah, that's Javier Masharia. He just sounds like he's eating already. Yeah?
Masharia is upset. He ordered a pizza, and what came was the size of a patco.
You know these guys who are used to...
Anyway, guys, we have guests. It means we behave. It means we don't do what we usually do.
These guys have been using long words from the time we walked inside. No
guys,
words with more than 7
today
letters.
we're going to talk about rally. Remember, the World Rally Championship is happening in a couple of weeks, Weeks and a month.
You got to believe it.
So I have a friend who's a team manager, Kimaru. Yeah. By the way, Kimaru, you know when I asked you for your name for you to come to Standard Group, that's when I realized you're called Washira. Me, I know you as Kimaru.
What show?
Kimaru Buffet Park. That is how he is saved in my food. In my phone.
Kimash.
I'm saying in my food because he's also. By the way, he's an executive chef. He's like that guy of Salt.
Done.
You know, hey, Masharia. You know he's an executive chef. Do you know that?
Let me tell you one thing.
Him and Dan are the same.
No,
Dan came after me.
I'm talking about
Dan.
Kimaru, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Dan.
Thank you for having us.
You know me, I stalk you. Shut up, Roy. And all you ever put on your Insta story is rallying.
And food.
And food. Rallying and food.
My God, how do you have the best things?
Guys, allow me
you can confuse women, good cars and good food.
Roy, allow me to introduce the only sports person in this room. He's only,
hi,
the rest of us just talk.
Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you guys doing?
Hamza Anwar. Hamza, how you doing?
I'm fine. The problem child is in the building.
I've remembered who he is.
Roy,
Be aware.
Can I tell you who this guy is? This guy used to be my neighbor in Westlands. Their family.
Suddenly Roy has an accent.
You stay in Westlands. Your family stayed in Westlands for long.
At one point.
Yeah, at one point we took care of you guys as a family.
Okay.
We used to help the Anwars. Anwars they used to stay near David Osieli.
Yeah, somewhere down the line, somewhere.
Say thanks to Roy.
Are you still the Anwars
best rallying family
of the
best.
Rimi lady?
Yeah, so Shazana Anwar is my Olympian cousin.
Shazana!
Yes!
She's
They're sports people.
Yeah,
sports
so we're a sporting
Stop
family.
moving around and just talking the mic.
Shazana, we hosted Shazana on this show on a different station, but on this, I've hosted her like 3-4 times.
Azar Anwar,
amazing girl.
That's my uncle.
Azar Anwar was an amazing rally driver, amazing rallying family, and I'm shocked that I took care of your family. I watched your cars. Yeah, I've cleaned some of the tires that you have that are clean as a family came from me.
And Roy has to take credit somewhere. He's about to do a Trump and say thank you.
I used to pass outside your gate and inspire your uncle by waving at him in the morning.
So guys, there's a reason that Kimaru and Hamza are here today. Hamza, you're preparing for the WRC Championship. First of all, how has the preparation been going?
Absolutely. Okay, it's been up and down roller coaster. 4 years we've been backed by Safaricom. Unfortunately, this year we're not backed by Safaricom. Mm-hmm. But there's plenty of good people out there and people who are, also willing to take the torch of light and help nurture and bring young talent up from Africa. Mm-hmm. We know Kenya Jew as always. And we've upgraded to Rally 2, which is basically the top tier before you get into a world car. Yeah. It's the step before you get into a world car. Mm-hmm. And we've scrounged around and, really put all our resource together and upgraded to a new car. But unfortunately, we don't really have we've spent a lot of money on the car, but we don't have the backing to represent our country, sadly, at the minute, as we speak. We're 3 weeks away from the rally. We are in talks.
You still need some support.
We need a lot of support yet.
Okay.
We do have the car. We've ordered our tires, which this year is being supplied by Hankook, other from Pirelli over the last 5-10 years. And we're P1 Racing Fuel. So we've done all our preparation. Kimaru's been busy, been pushing his ass at work. So he's sorted his stuff out.
That
He's
ass
in
can't
line.
be pushed.
Oh, trust me, he's halfway through his midlife crisis. So definitely how to make use of
I
it.
can tell by his hairstyle.
Definitely,
Yeah.
it's a bit funky.
You young old man.
I haven't seen him in a while, so I haven't seen this hairstyle. Actually, it's been a long while.
You should see him
Kimaru.
after WRC.
There'll be nothing left.
Vumbi ya Vashandani.
Can I ask you how big? These teams. I ask guys. I said this is not Rhino Charge or anything of the sort, and I tell guys how big are these teams that you need around you in rallying? Like averagely, what's the size of the team?
Our average crew to run one car is about 8 people. And these 8 people are not just any
It's not just any Roy that you can pay 10 bob.
Or somewhere.
What's wrong with Kariobangi?
There's nothing wrong.
Okay.
Those 8
let me
people
finish,
are
please.
engineers.
Right,
So
it's not a normal car like yours.
A lot of our expenses, we have to hire specialist engineers, specialist guys to come and train us on how to use the cars. How these cars have a lot of technology. They're not Subarus and Evos that what we Kenyans are used to racing. So these cars need special setups according to the driver, just like in Formula One. This is an FIA event. This is the top of the world. We're now on the top game. We're on our A game. So we're just waiting for some sponsors to come through.
8 guys are consistent.
8 guys are really die hard on the car.
Pros in what they do.
So there are other guys, but there are 8 who have to be consistent.
Of course, because let me just speak on behalf of Africa Eco Motorsport, which I'm a director of, by the way.
Yeah, even me.
And hit us up, by the way, if you want to get into rallying, or if you want to, you want to have a rally driving experience, or want to get into the sport. Definitely feel free.
Tours,
We're all over Instagram and Snapchat and Instagram.
Can I ask you?
Africa Eco, right?
Africa Eco Motorsport.
Eco Motorsport. So I can Africa Eco Motorsport.
Yes.
And I can come and you give me an experience being in a rally.
Definitely. Lakini toa pesa. I know you're stingy.
That's what I'm saying.
Roy claims to have money. We never see it. Kimaru, let me bring you into the conversation. You are team manager of, what do you call it? Team Hamza? Or you're called by your car? What? You're the TM.
AEM.
And I know it's your job to find money. So tell me about that challenge you're facing right now. I know Hamza has touched on it, but what does it cost, like a ballpark figure, to prepare and participate in?
Well, the class we entered in is the second top most class in the event. So we're scoring points against guys like Oliver Solberg, Diego Dominguez, international guys. So we're playing in the big leagues. To run a car for one event, the car we're running, it'll cost us anything between $80,000 to $100,000.
Wait a minute. This guy can't even count until that amount.
And that's him is translating into shillings.
Into
and then
Kikuyu.
the zeros are many.
You have to consider it.
Anywhere.
If you look at it in maize and beans, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very tasking to source get for sponsors who are willing to advertise with you and support the team. Fortunately for the last 4 years, 4 years, we've had the government, Safaricom, KQ, but I don't know why they're backing out this time. I don't understand. So we have
tourism industry, nothing.
Not many guys are willing.
Okay.
I think it's the economic situation worldwide. So we're still scrounging, as he said.
Looking for this money because time is running out as well.
And we've already entered. We've already bought the tires. We've already bought the fuel. And it's quite a chunk of money.
So and you're in it.
We're in it.
We're in it now.
Yeah.
But
so you're challenging Kenyans that if you really support Kenyans in sport, put your mouth where your mouth is.
How many Kenyan drivers do we have in the 2 categories?
In the Rally 2 category,
just to understand,
we have around 4 guys, 5 guys.
Competing at the top level locally, we are about 5 of us.
5, yeah.
Correct. But there are a lot of entries around as well. But they don't have the the strength to brave it out with the big boys and actually,
So you guys can handle them.
we can handle them. This is our terrain. We're on home turf.
Hamza has done. He's the FIA ARC Junior ARC Africa Rally champion for the last 3 years running. He
Whoa.
has done.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he has done it in Europe. He has done Rally Sardinia. He has done Sweden snow
Greece.
rallying.
Snow rally.
Yes,
Tarmac
You can
rallying.
skid.
Tarmac rallying. We've done all the terrains we covered. We were successful in our
Desert.
first year of the Junior World Rally Championship in 2023. Unfortunately, we were supposed to get backing from our country and the promoter,
It's a
but
shame on us.
somewhere, siasa ya Kenya, we didn't get through. But no, that's life. But doesn't mean we're gonna back down from a fight. And now we've brought the fight to the international boys, and we wanna prove our stake. We wanna prove it's a proving ground, and we're ready. This is our terrain. We know it, Kenya yetu, and we're ready to attack.
Carol, what's embarrassing is we have to justify supporting people who are making us look good on international circuit.
Flying off lag.
Who, when he does well, we'll all want to say, hey, you know what?
Yeah,
Look at
by the way,
look
I like what you did,
look
but
at
by
what
the way, the one thing
Hamza-
you need to change in your vibe is the way you are. Don't you cut corners? I'm not feeling it. Like I said, I'm not feeling
And I keep saying things run very back to front in Kenya. We wait for you to succeed to
And
hang
then
on your curtails. But what I'm hearing is Hamza's already succeeded, and it would be to any corporate's benefit to put money behind your team.
Exactly.
And the publicity you will get around the size of this event.
It's huge. There's
It's
over
live,
8
there are photos,
is it 8
there are-
billion?
It's the most watched event for the WRC calendar.
Whoa.
Yeah,
It's the
so
most differentiated environment.
And
Yes.
800 million plus subscribers on their apps.
yeah.
Can I ask you one thing?
Whoa.
So you guys can beat the South Africa. You're sure you can beat South Africans? And you can beat North Africans?
Please, we have.
You're the
Baby,
champ.
I'm
We
proud
have-
of my country
And
and
we
I'm
still can't
representing
find
it
a
with my
reason.
heart.
Amen.
We have beaten South Africa in a weaker car.
In a weaker car.
And you beat the North Africans?
Yeah.
No,
Those-
North Africans are scared of us.
Yeah. So, and yet, we're still looking for a reason to support.
Jesus.
Okay. Jesus can't do that now.
By the way,
Even him is gone.
I didn't realize that this is the most watched leg of the.
It is.
Yeah, it's the most intriguing. I mean, you have
It's-
wildlife. It's a jungle. Rallying
You have
is
real wildlife. You have the wildlife that gets stuck on Mombasa Road, on Naivasha Road.
Who are stopping
Those
you
are two
for...
different types of
those are
wildlife.
most of Kimaru's friends, but
And
Carol,
that's
that's
Subaru Mamabaru.
How many legs are there again? There are 20, how many legs are there?
In the
the
WRC, there's about
there's 11.
11 rounds.
11 rounds.
All over the world, from Japan to Africa, and this year even in Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
which we're planning on hopefully doing, because it's also terrain that will be similar to ours, and logistically it won't be a craze to get to.
So this is the third leg and the most watched leg in the world.
And it's the first leg
And-
on gravel.
And
this
all
year.
we're saying is, nationally, our government needs to realize this is the most watched leg in the biggest rallying sport in the world.
Our government and our corporate
Yeah. I just
need
want
to
to
step up and support.
Wow.
So guys, for me, this is a rallying call. It's a rallying. No pun.
Rallying,
It's a rallying.
Come
No,
on.
it's a rallying call to any corporate partner who's
embarrassing.
listening. There's every reason to get behind Hamza. You will get by the way, you'll get the visibility you want. You'll get the fan love from us. By the way, because we're watching, you get eyeballs from around the world. Come on!
Carol, you know what I find
Come on,
embarrassing?
guys,
There's
come on.
so
I
much
know a
space
lot
for
of
advertising in the car, yeah?
Yes, I was going to
So
say
much space.
You know what I find embarrassing is that there are a lot of companies that are willing to support the entire. This is from a marketing perspective. They're willing to support an entire circuit. Yeah, I mean, sorry, the whole
Championship.
the championship. But then they don't realize that you get stronger visibility by going to an individual and you own that individual than going to support
Absolutely.
the entire
Absolutely.
thing.
You
If, in
get,
other words, you get that black guy who drives small cars. What's he called? Lewis Hamilton, right? You get more money from that than supporting the entire series.
Exactly.
There's the black guy in the small car. That sounds like a thief.
Fair
But
point.
you know, you get my point.
Manu
I just want to
guys.
ask you a question.
Go ahead, my brother.
You said that you upgraded your car from to Rally 2. What's the difference in the upgrade?
Okay,
of the
so
different categories,
if
yeah.
you anyone who goes onto my social media or online, you will see
Let's go and those things. Yeah?
we were we all came from a background of Group N rallying, which is
Group Ns.
standard production-based vehicles that were modified with a couple of components to get yourself. It's a tough. The driving conditions are very tough. Okay. Now, in 2021, I was picked up into the Rally Star program. As you'll know, Makre Kimathi, Jeremiah Wahome, Maxine Wahome, and myself, 4 Rally Stars. And at that time, Uhuru was in power. And it was great support, we've come a long way, just from rallying in a very simple and humble manner, just scrounging what we could to get to the track, to becoming on a video game. I'm literally on a video game right now. So if you go and play WRC 10, the latest damn game, I'm on the game.
Whoa.
You have Safaricom, you have Kenya Airways, you have at that time Talanta Hella. All of these brands are on the car. I'm on the video
I
game.
don't like the way he's implying that things have changed over the last few years.
So things were going well, and we started with the Rally 3 program. Yeah, the Rally 3 program is now the rallying pyramid had a big gap in the middle. There was nothing 4-wheel drive turbo for juniors to come up. Now you prove your mettle. So you start off with a front-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive car, then you go to a turbocharged 2-wheel drive car. Now you come into a middle, the middle section, which is so competitive. Now you have all of Europe, the whole world. We had the best. The championship consisted of 9 drivers, but at the highest point, the guys who are consistent were 9, and at the highest point we had 14 entrants. These are the world's best drivers under 28. And damn, as a Kenyan, I'm proud of myself, but I'm also proud as a country of the backing I got that was making me able to consistently be the top 3 fastest on gravel, on dirt.
Especially when you go back into the circuit. And I want to ask you just one question. Between your uncle was a very famous driver, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, that's, I think...
Hamza Anwar.
That was my neighbor. Guys, that's where I live. That's how much money I have. That's how much money I have.
That's Baba Shazana.
Yeah, Baba Marali.
Shazana,
And they call Baba Marali's was in Aonur. That's the only problem. We used to hear loud sounds in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
And now
apologies
the
for
difference
that.
is, I want to ask one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Between that time and now, are we better or worse? Yes, clearly, yes or no?
Let me be honest with you on that one. My neighbor came out with a hockey stick last year, but I was on recce. But recently we have opened AEM, and there's I don't know if you guys follow El Karanja as well. On one of his last videos, he had done a vlog and a tour of the jungle, we call it, with all the different rally cars. I think we must have over 30 rally cars of a collection. And, we were discussing with him and he was very intrigued. We're doing like a kind of motorsport museum, a very upmarket workshop for Porsches, the top guys, because I have probably the best mechanics. AEM has the best mechanics in the whole of East
What
Africa.
I like is your humility.
Yeah, I'm trying to be humble here. And these guys are top notch. We've exposed them to the international league, of competition, and they're up to scratch. And we're actually, it's just
You're
on the
better or
southern
worse?
bypass.
Better
We're
or-
much better.
This year.
We're opening a world-class workshop. So it's going to be Kenya's first, East Africa's first, definitely. In South Africa, I know they have a couple of places, but this is going to be like you can eat off the floor, and it accommodates
real
anything
workshop.
from 4x4 to world-class rallying. And we rent these cars out. We've been successful. We're getting into Rally Raid, which is like Dakar kind of events.
Ooh.
But it's very interesting, and
There's potential.
yeah, there's big potential, and this place is almost done. It's actually on the southern bypass. If you guys have heard of a restaurant called The Bull, they do the best brisket in town, by the way. We're right next door to them, and this is just off the southern
Don't talk
bypass.
about food when he's eaten a
Yeah,
patco.
sorry,
A
we shouldn't be
patco
talking about
pizza.
food here. But they smoked the brisket for 7 hours. This is free publicity, by the way.
Whoa. Go
But
ahead.
Yeah, so
if it's going to help you
so this
somehow.
place, we're actually operating out of this place, and later on we'll do a big invite for Spice FM and everyone to come over. And it's
Will come.
food will be there. Brisket is guaranteed.
I'll be around.
Yeah, so we're running these cars. And back to your question, my brother.
Yeah.
You mentioned what we're driving and the category we're in.
Yeah.
So Rally 3, it's a 4-wheel drive turbocharged car, 3-cylinder, 1.5 litre. But it's a monster. So it doesn't have the capability of the Rally 2 car, but it's a stepping stone before you get to this league.
Okay.
Now, the league we've jumped into, Rally 2, is the most competitive league because you have drivers from the European Rally Championship, from Arabia. You have the best of Australia, the best of everywhere, best of Africa, and now we're actually taking it on with each other.
And we have Hamza Anwar.
Hamza Anwar Racing.
Where do you rank Kenya in Africa? One top, third,
To be in rallying, we're on top.
We're the number one.
We've been winning Africa Championships
So it's
for the
just
last 5-6
corporate
years.
and the government that's letting us
We're
down.
dominating
Say it loudly.
rallying. We really need Kenya to step in. Come on, guys, come and back us. Honestly, we've put our hearts in. We risk our lives on those stages. I'll be honest with you. And unfortunately, Safaricom sent me a message the other day. They're not interested, but it's fine. I know there's a lot of people out there.
To defend corporates, they have their own strategies.
They have
go
they
against
do.
any
And,
of them.
No, nothing against them. They're still involved in the WRC, and we've gone a long way. As I said, we're even on a video game with them of EA Sports. But yeah, I mean, it's a route to make new partnerships, new marketing strategies.
New people
Lewis
need to
Hamilton
come in.
was with Mercedes.
Yeah.
Now he's with Ferrari, people.
Yeah.
Let's wake up. Come on, guys, support us.
By the way,
yeah.
we even need to look beyond the traditional supporters
The
of
same
the sport.
guys.
There's
Yeah, we have
so
to look
many
at other
corporates in this
sponsors.
country who have never thought how sport could benefit them.
them.
You know,
Definitely.
instead
There's
of these-
cryptocurrency companies out there. It's so
So
vast
many
these
companies
days. So
who
vast.
should be able to support you guys. And
Parting shot, Kimaru, we need to let you go.
There's even Standard Radio Group and Spice FM.
don't say it so loudly.
Sulisema unataka pesa. Kimaru, parting shots before I'm fired.
It was fun working here.
Mine,
It was fun
mine is
working
short
here.
and sweet. Mine is
You're
short.
short and sweet.
No. My
Parting
knees
shot,
on the-
guys. Time.
I would just like anyone who's listening. We're willing to take anything and anyone.
On board.
Yeah.
How do they reach you guys?
We have our social media numbers and everything available on our
handles?
social
Which
media.
handles?
Hamza Anwar Racing, Africa Eco Motorsport. We're on all platforms. We're available and regularly accessible.
You'll WhatsApp me, Kimaru. You WhatsApp me those handles.
Yeah,
so that
and
I can
also
share and
email.
let
They're
people
in
know.
English and
And give a
fast.
call out. But thank you so much. Thanks for dropping by, Hamza Anwar. And I wish you the best at the rally. And I really hope that there's a corporate sponsor who's going to come forward now and support
Yeah.
you. Kimaru Buffet.
Thank you.
I owe you pork.
I respect the
You
fact
owe me pork. This guy would roast pork.
Can I just tell you-
Unfortunately, they were for Liverpool bashes.
You get
and I would
you know
go
what my
and
background
eat.
is? I was formerly Ugandan. Yeah. And you know pork. So I know you're special. to me.
Kimaru, it was nice of you guys to drop by, and
Thank
I
you
do
for
wish you
having
the
us.
best.
Thank you very much
and
for having us.
let's push this even beyond this interview.
Let's
I'll
put
also
genuine
share what I
support,
can,
Carol, right?
and see what other support we can give you. But cash. Thanks, guys, for coming. And guys,
Thank you.
remember, the show continues.
Tune
Thank
in,
you.
Spice FM.
That's how